This will be a brief tutorial on how to use Seniorplicity as a community. From the home page, you'll be able to select Login and use your credentials to get into your account. Once you're in your account, it'll bring you to your dashboard. From your dashboard, you'll see your business name. You'll also see some icons you can use. This is the home icon. This is a profile icon and settings. So home will bring you back here to the dashboard. Your profile icon will bring you into where you can update your information about yourself and your background. When you started in the industry, your job title, some information about you, education, and here you can upload a photo of yourself. Settings will allow you to update your email address, password, and then you just simply click Dashboard, and this will always bring you back home to the beginning. From here, you'll have some icons, but the one you want to concentrate on is this first one, which is View Listing. This will allow you to see how your page currently looks to the public. So this is what the public sees when they come on to your page. You're able to scroll through and look at the different information that's on it. So we'll go back to our dashboard. And then from here, we are going to search for a senior community. Now from your dashboard, if you have multiple locations, this button will not appear on the dashboard. Instead, you'll have to select this magnifying glass to search for listings. These two buttons do the exact same thing. Here we're going to search for different communities that are in the area. We're able to select a community. Then we're able to visit their website. We're able to connect with them, share their information with others, make them a favorite, or look at what providers they're currently working with. So if we select this provider incentives, this drops down and shows you which providers in the area they're currently working with and what kind of discounts they're offering to seniors that are moving into a senior community. So the Century 21, for example, has a value of $500 off to save at closing. So we're going to select this Century 21. That'll bring us over to their page, and we'll see visit website, connect, share, favorite, provider incentives on here as well. And if we select provider incentives, this will open up different vendors they work with and also show you additional discounts that are offered. We'll also see the incentive that they offer here, the $500 off at closing. It has the start date, end date, the discount, description, and a legal disclaimer of the incentive. Now we'll go back to dashboard. From here, we're going to select our business name. This is going to bring us into the back end of our page where we're able to make updates to our listing. So here we have the basic information. As we scroll through, we'll see the address, company website, phone number, extension, cell phone, fax, and here you can enter external websites like social media links for LinkedIn, Facebook, Twitter, Rumble, etc. As you keep scrolling down, you'll see a company overview with the company's logo and then an overview that you can paste in here or type. Hit Submit Changes and it updates the front of the page. Scrolling back up, we'll have Type. Here you're able to check mark off different things that are applicable to your location. Amenities, same thing. Specialties, what specializations you offer, pricing, and here you can only make 2 selections. It'll allow you to do more, but if you do more, it'll cause it not to be searchable. So this is in the pricing, this is the low end that you offer, and then this is the high end. So it's in between these 2 amounts. So you'll select one that's the low end, one that's the high end. You also can select if you accept long-term care, Medicare, so on and so forth. Go to Photos. Here you can upload as many photos of the community as you want to. Then you can drag and drop them in any order you want. But this photo that appears as the first photo on the top left is the photo that shows up in the search results. Moving on from here, over on the left, we're currently on Edit Listing, but below that it's going to read Events. Once we select Events and then we select Add Event, here we can type in an upcoming event that we're having. We can put the name, date, start time, end time, repeat event, meaning that it's a bi-weekly or monthly event, so you don't have to go in here and put it in every time. event details, so you can type in what the event's about, and then a website, and then upload an image. But before the user submits it, they can select to add it to our email blast. And on the 1st and 15th of each month, we have an email blast that goes out to all the users within 20 miles of the community zip code. You can then add an RSVP, set it to alert you when somebody does RSVP, or you can set it to receive the RSVP at an alternate email address. From here, underneath events, it's going to read incentives. Incentives, you select add incentive. Here you can type in an incentive that you're offering to families that might be moving into your community. Start date, end date, if there's a maximum number, auto-calculate by rate. That means if you set it at 10%, it'll auto-calculate what the percentage is based off of what you selected in the pricing. So for example, here, if I write 10%, it'll auto-calculate that out. You can put the description in of what it is and then put a legal disclaimer. You can then preview the event to see what it currently looks like to people before you submit it. And then you'll have also tabs up here with your current incentives, if you have any listed, and any expired incentive. And with expired incentives, if you go through, you can look at how many views the incentive had. And if it was a good incentive, you can say, I want to use this again. Hit the recycle button. The incentive populates, and then you just change the start and the end date to it. Now, it's good to note that the only people that can see the incentives on a community's page are families. Other communities cannot view communities' incentives. Next, we're going to move on to connections. Connections are very important because it ranks you in our search results. The more connections that a community has or a provider, the higher they go into the search results. We do this to bypass the star system where you might have 5 stars and your competition gives you half a star, and then it reduces your rank. We have it based on the more people that connect with you, the more people want to be associated with you. It means you're a good community. Now, if somebody throws grandma out the window at another community, everybody would disconnect from that community. Then that would drop them in the search results organically. So within a 20-mile radius, everybody's responsible for ranking each other based on amount of connections. And connecting with somebody's straightforward. You simply click on Search Seniorplicity. Scroll down through the results to find a community that you would like to connect with. We'll click on Oakview. And then there'll be a button here that reads Connect. You select Connect. And that sends an email over to that community letting them know that you would like to connect with them. If we go back over to our dashboard, select our community name, select Connections. We'll see Oakview Rehab Center, and we're waiting on them. It's a pending connection request. So we can cancel the request, but once they approve it, if they approve it, it'll then populate here under current connections. And these connections can be turned on or off. So you can disconnect from a connection by selecting this, and then you can reselect to reconnect to them. Now underneath connections is sponsors. Now sponsors, this is where you have local providers that want to connect with you on your page. And when they connect with you, they want to come out to the community, drop off information like business cards and trifolds, set up a time to tour your community because they want to learn your standards. That in sponsoring community means that they usually have clients that they work with that they can send to you. They don't want to send them to you and waste your time if that person can't fit in, thus why they come out to view your community and find out what your standards are, health-wise, financially, whatever you think is beneficial for them to know about your community. Having a sponsor on your page looks like such. So we'll click on Dashboard, View Listing, and we'll see these are sponsors that are part of the community's page. So these are people that you're working with locally. All they hope for from you is that if you have somebody moving into the community that could use their services, that then you have their information to send to them. So it basically it breaks down barriers to entry for people trying to move their mom or dad into the community. But it also gives you a resource and discounts to offer people that are currently living at the community or looking to move into the community. Going back to dashboard. That pretty much sums up a basic tutorial on different features on Seniorplicity. I look forward to you joining, and if you have any questions, please feel free to reach out.